Relationship advice. Update. Me, 34 male, and fiancé, 27 female, are in the process of calling a halt to our wedding, as she has asked for an open relationship. Original post. Alright folks, where to start? This one is tough to type and the paws are shaking as I'm doing it. As it says in the title, me and my fiancé, ex, are 34 and 27 respectively, have been together for nearly 4 years overall, and are a year engaged. I'll be totally honest here, just before we got engaged, she had an emotional affair with a bloke that she worked with. I only found out because one of her friend's boyfriend contacted me, and said that he overheard the friend group discussing it. I confronted her at the time, and after a good bit of arguing and hassle, we came to an agreement to let it go. I'll be totally honest in saying, that I'm still slightly in the process of getting over that particular incident, and it discolored my view of her. I manned up, moved on and proposed, which I had planned on doing anyway. This is just to give an overall context here, and indeed to let it be known that there has been issues in the past. Fast forward to recent time. We are due married in November, traveling abroad for it with family, and back around October, she started acting a bit odd. Distant, not herself, away with the fairies. Even stopped having sex, which was very strange. I put it down to stress around organizing the wedding, and the fact that we had moved flat. Forward to Christmas time, and now things are coming to a head. I confronted her straight up, and she said out that she was sorry, has just been stressed. I was very considerate, and tried to help her through it. However, it basically continued on ebbing and flowing throughout the next 2 months, up to yesterday. I arrived in from work last night, and she says that she wants to talk. The vibe was bad, guys, I could tell. We sat down and she said out that she had been reading, and that she wasn't having second thoughts about the marriage, but the nature of our relationship. At this rate I was getting a bit agitated, and demanded that she come out with what the bloody hell she meant. Basically, a few of her friends had back in October, the times matched up, conveyed to her the idea of an open relationship. Basically, they stay with their blokes and have one-night stands on nights out if they fancy. I'll be honest, the idea made me ill. I said this to her, and she asked to be heard out. Pulled out some online blog post by a blogger who had a husband and live-in boyfriend. I got halfway through and told her enough of this nonsense. I wouldn't consider myself old-fashioned, but a wife or fiancé bonking other men will never be in fashion, not in my world anyway. We got into a fight, and in the end, she was begging me to give it a chance, and that nothing is set in stone. I basically said that I needed some headspace, and that I'd spend the weekend at my mate's. It was quick after that, and I left without a fuss. I'm typing this on my mate's laptop, and am in a bad mental state at the moment. I am seriously considering calling the whole thing off, both relationship and wedding. I suppose if anyone has been in a similar place, I could do with some advice. Now for the top advice before the update. This is a deal breaker. You don't want an open relationship and she does. There is no in between. Don't marry her. If she wants multiple relationships, she'll seek them extramaritally anyway. Don't allow yourself that level of hurt when you can see it coming. This, especially considering her history of cheating on you before, and now distancing herself, it's extremely fishy. Plus, she has apparently not even have the intention to let you sleep with other people. It sounds to me like she has already cheated, and is trying to have you retroactively validate it. If she is saying all this before the wedding, I'd halt the wedding in my opinion. The last thing you want, is for all this to blow up after you have legally tied yourself up. Yes, I also can help but feel she already cheated, and now just wants OP's permission to continue. It's the acting different, not wanting intimacy etc. I would be very, very suspicious. Sounds like she already opened up the relationship, she just didn't wait for you to okay it. Yeah, it sounds like she had more than just an emotional affair with that bloke from work. No one reads a blog online, and decides they want to completely change the nature of their relationship. She was looking for validation of her own feelings/actions. And now for the update. Hello everyone, I said that I'd post an update, in large part due to the massive response I got yesterday. In many ways, I was only posting to repeat the situation in my head, but I found many great pieces of advice in there and support as well. Thanks to everyone who posted. I spent last night at my mate's, who was absolutely sound about the situation. He basically gave advice that was tantamount to what was given in the comments, to call off the relationship. We had a few drinks, a bit of banter, and this morning I went back to the flat and confronted her. She was there, neither I nor her work on Saturdays, and I set out my stake, in as straightforward a manner I could. Basically, I said that I didn't want to continue with the relationship, and that it's better if we call the whole thing off. The wedding details are merely financial, and not too bad to call back, but at this rate we couldn't continue to be together as we clearly desired different things. She basically expressed what she felt then, that we still had a chance, that it could work, to give actual freedom a chance. Look, I'm no crazy prude, but this crap just isn't up my alley at all. I basically said that over the weekend, I'd be over to collect my things, it's rented flat in a town, no big obligation there, and that she can keep the place if she wants. I'll stay with my friend for a while, get myself sorted after. Towards the end, we had a full-blown shouting argument, but I stood my ground and didn't change my course. Not this time, boys and girls. I left, and there is nothing much more to say really. As I type, me and my mate are having a few cans, and my phone has been exploding since 5 o'clock with her friends, her sister calling me a prick and a sexist, for some reason. I'll be grand, being totally frank, I feel a bit liberated, if that's not too cheesy. The coming days I'll get everything sorted, the moving and that, but as my father used to say, there's always freaking worse. Now for some comments. I doubt she is telling the truth about why you broke up, so don't be alarmed by her friends and family attacking you. All you did was avoid the future divorce when you caught her cheating on you, or she dumped you for some other guy. Exactly, tell her sister that you don't want to share your wife, and she for some reason insists that she wants lots of men. I would make it simpler and completely honest if confronted, I wasn't willing to commit to an open relationship. Let her sister and friends and family sort out what that means. Standard response, ex-fiancée has decided that she wanted an open marriage. Due to moral dilemmas as a monogamous man, I couldn't continue this engagement. Please direct your questions and statements back to said ex-fiancée, thanks. Someone up thread said to tell people this. She wanted an open relationship while I did not. That's shorter, and I think an even better thing to tell her friends/family. Just saying that and nothing more, makes it very plain, simple, and understandable. Even people who like open relationships can read that, and understand where the guy is coming from. Nice job, Neo, you sure dodged that bullet. The next story is titled, I suggested an open relationship, and I think I just ruined my relationship. A little background, I am a 32-year-old woman and my boyfriend is 29 turning 30. We have been together for 10 years. I love him very much, and we have always wanted to have a bright future together. We have little fights here and there, but we always get over and solve them. We have a good intimate life and we love to spend time together. We have both started to meet new people, a lot of new people. I met another guy who is very friendly and kind towards me, and we are good friends. We just hang out as friends, and the other day, he was talking to me about my relationship with my boyfriend, and he asked me about my opinion on open relationships. I never really thought about it, so I really didn't say much. I talked with my boyfriend about it and he was not happy about the idea. I wouldn't want my boyfriend getting bored of just having me as an intimate partner, and I don't want to get bored having the same intimate partner forever either. He asked me if I met another man, which I told him no. He then told me if I wasn't happy with him, that I should tell him, and he would just set me free so I can be happy. This hurt me so much. My update 1, he told me to go run off with my friend and he left. I don't want to lose him, I have been with him so long and I really love him. Sounds like he's not bored of sleeping with only you. It sounds like you're bored of sleeping with only him. He has every right to be upset. He doesn't seem like he wants an open relationship. You may have ruined it, or he'll get over it. Don't expect to ever have an open thing with him though. You messed up. Friendly kind guy was fishing for action with you, he wants to bang you, and he planted the idea in your head. You should be a little wary of him and now you damaged your relationship because your boyfriend could smell this other guy's influence on you. Newsflash, your friend would sleep with you given the chance. Apologize to your boyfriend. Be honest with him that you only brought it up out of curiosity because of this other guy. Make sure you tell your boyfriend you were not asking him to open your relationship, but just thinking about the distant future, and not interested in any other guy intimately. Damage control OP. My fiancée of 6 years did exactly this. She allowed some guy to sweet talk her, and convince her that an open relationship would allow her to sleep with whoever, guilt-free. She decided to bring it up to me. I'll never look at her the same again, and needless to say we are no longer engaged. As someone with experience in being on the receiving end of this convo, I would start preparing for the worst, and hoping for the best. He already dumped me today. Honestly? Good for him. He gave you 10 years of his life, and you reward him by asking to sleep with other people? Now you either learn from it, or don't. I hope things get better for the both of you. You still have your whole life to look forward to. As the ex, I do agree with him. I messed up, you messed up, but now you can learn from it like I'm trying to. Wait, for real? Dude took you back after that? Sort of. Not really. He keeps me around, LOL. Now for the last story. Insecure GF caught flirting. Where to begin? Girlfriend has previously accused me of not seeing obvious red flags with other women. Friends, coworkers, acquaintances. Even being in the same room as one of these people is a problem for her, which has resulted in my not going out to company functions and cutting off entire circles of friends where the person is a part of. Fine. I love her. I understand that these people are chapters in my life that may not be around later, so it's not that big of a deal, even though I've lost sleep over it. Girlfriend's friend introduces her to some new people. One of these she immediately clicks with, and ends up on the phone until 6 a.m. While I can only hear one side of the conversation, this guy has asked her numerous questions about her relationship and actual history, which she obliged in answers. Some of these stories I've never heard before. Call it insecurity, but I've never asked a woman if she's had a one-night stand or what her kinks were. I asked her about it afterwards, making reference to the situations she's put me in the past, and her immediate response was to accuse me of being controlling and scaring her. What? A few days roll by, and she's continued these talks with this person. We've had our arguments and came to an understanding of, if he does or says anything that crosses a line, she will end the friendship. But where is the line? He's already had her describe herself. Explain past relationships. Ex-talk and favorite kings. Talking until hours in the morning. Where's the freaking line? I told her that her friendship with this person is literally destroying me, and she assures me I have nothing to worry about. Well, I just looked at her phone. And while I wish I didn't, I'm glad I can see with my own eyes that she lied to my freaking face. They've been flirting. The questions via text were 10 times worse. And her friend that introduced them encourages this, telling her how she keeps her relationship from her significant other. But what's worse for me is that, she had the freaking nerve to tell this guy that I'm being insecure, and allow him to chime in that I'm creating disorder. Then shortly asking her if she would date him if possible. And her saying yes. Not even 2 full days into 2019 and I'm about to break up with my girlfriend over a dude she met online not even 3 days ago. Username checks out. Do I ask for advice now, or am I on the right track? I need clarity. Thank you for making it this far. Now for the top advice. This girl will cause you nothing but pain as she is now. She is the ultimate hypocrite. Dump her and don't look back. Run. Call me crazy, but I think your 2019 started off tremendously. Imagine spending years with this girl. Imagine marrying her. Imagine combining your finances with her. Imagine having children with her. She's a cheater, and this is simply the first time that you caught her cheating. She's been the cheating type this entire time, and that's why she was trying to remove all women from your life. She was afraid you would behave the way she does. Good riddance. Oh, what a positive way to look at this situation. Thumbs up to you, mate. Get ready for full-blown crazy when you break up with her. I'd leave a note and just disappear and never look back. I politely disagree. I experienced a situation similar to OP's. My jealous girlfriend's new BFF enabled and encouraged her to start flirting with some guy in her class. Within a few weeks, she started ghosting me. OP's girlfriend has moved on. The only reason she's calling him insecure is to justify her past behavior. She sounds like a narcissist. And that's it for this video, guys. If you have thoughts to share, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this content. I'll catch you in the next one. Good day, everyone.